What's up, Go enthusiasts? I'm here. Oh, my background is very blue. I'm not actually that blue. We are back. We're playing against KataGo one more time. Not one more. I'm gonna play against it a few more times. That's more like it. I don't think I'm that red, but whatever. Something like that. Okay. I'm gonna think through this time. So still, I want to try to control the game completely. Ask me little questions, all that stuff. Yeah. I'm reading my notes from before. Certainly I'll do this without going for the crazy complicated variation. Yeah. Armor the opponent and flee in the weak groups, that's right. They're forced. Okay, so they've approached here in response. I could start the complicated fight over here. It actually should be good to start because you have stones on both sides. Let's learn the complicated fight. I don't know it, so here we are. Today's the day to learn a lot more about this. I know a little bit about it, but I don't know it well enough to feel comfortable. However, I know that when I play white, I also feel uncomfortable, so let's see. I think white needs to extend, and then I'm going to jump up, and then white probably should jump in this case. I think white should jump. Yeah. Okay, and then I know that some people play this attach, but I don't understand why. So should I play it anyway? I really don't think it's a good move, honestly, but when I play white I get wrecked. I guess I'll look into that later, but for today I probably shouldn't mess around with it. I've seen people play Peep. That happened to me at 9 Dan. That seems like it would be fun to try, right? Let's try the Peep variation. Let's try to understand this one very deeply, if possible, so I can feel comfortable about it. So after bamboo, I think you would jump. Oh, but they can push. Okay. This will become more complicated now. There's a half cut in the center instead of a resolved cut or uncut shape. You still must extend, I'm sure. There's no way we can go and cut right now, right? I really doubt it. Is not that impossible? Yeah, it should be just a little impossible, I think. Just barely impossible. But anyway, I think you should fall back. Does that mean it's a gain to push there once? Wait, maybe I do have to push to stop the gain. Interesting. Anyway, I was thinking they were going to bamboo for sure. This exchange can happen, but I'm pretty sure they still need to do that. And then jump. Let me read my notebook here for a moment. Unstoppable gain resulting. Forced to inefficiency of the eye. Little resources. Only positive for us due to comparative control. Right. So I was talking about the movement comparison due to eye space, eye shape resource. I was realizing that when I get these situations, I'm just supposed to think about it like Sumego. Solve like Sumego. Yeah. Yeah. Right, of course, understanding that. Okay, I have some good notes. That's the first move against Winston. Yeah. Okay, I have some good notes here, but it doesn't tell me what to do in this kind of situation. And that's maybe the Cinema Goons thing. Are these two weak groups in front of their middle thing? So I have to run away? No, it's more like he has the two weak groups in front of my middle thing. So he's supposed to run away, right? So now it would be unreasonable probably to go down too far over here because you're going to get pushed through. And if you just go down a little bit, then probably they can accept that nicely. Like they can go there and accept. So probably you just have to jump. Yeah, if you jump and then they like aim at you, definitely what they're going to do is try to get more movement from my cutting like wedge possibility if I jump. But if you just extend, it's so slow. They should be able to go here pretty nicely in the future. Right? So I think we jump and then we play slow later. So we jump and they go here and then we find some sequence. It doesn't seem right, actually. It seems better to just extend if I'm going to play like that. Whatever. Let's try extend. I think this is the least bad movement. So they can go there. I must play here, I'm sure. Then I can run. Yep, that's standard. And I was thinking I still should run this group. Although it's not, I don't know, not that obvious how it will be good. But I really can't stand the idea that he might make a surround on me. But he wouldn't make a surround on me right away. I'll be fine for now. It is like possible for me to play jump back here, something like that. Or turn even. Turn is harsh. Is turn a good move? Because after turn, he cannot cover me. There's no way. I don't know. Turn seems like a good move. After turn, he's going to jump out. I'm going to jump out. I've force him to let me out, basically. This seems like good control to me. To me, this looks like a positive variation for black. So we'll see why it's not. So here I can just jump. You can also play like tighter to this. I can even attach on the left side. Or it could bamboo break. But it should be that jump is fine, right? I think jump is fine. Okay. And now, so this group is pretty healthy. It's pretty alright. Can I apply pressure like that and run? Is it good? Or should I play like a normal jump, something, and allow him to continue to defend and have the most movement on top of this? I mean, honestly, it's making a lot of sense. But you could also play knight's move here. And then if cut, you extend, and if they try to save it... Oh, but they would push one more time. You run this way, and they start controlling this, controlling that. I don't think knight's move is good. I think it's bad flow, bad flow. If I jump here, I'm a little worried that they'll peep and then wedge like this. I know that's crazy. Afterwards, you could push through Atari, and fill liberties here. You'd be fine. You'd win by one. So I think jump is fine. Let's just jump. I don't want to press on it because I want to be able to pincer it. So I want him to defend himself by himself rather than getting helped by me to defend. Yeah, this way I think it should be that he controls this area a bit less. So now when I approach, I get like much more value compared to if I would just lean first. And then in the meantime, should I be running again here? I do have more and more pressure on my cutting points here, actually. I could run from this side as well. It's not unreasonable to just throw it, like jump on this side down. Or even to put a stone like this. Yeah, this kind of move is very, very sensible, I think. To just wait and say, go ahead, try. None of your trying will work. That kind of... talking. But somehow I really like this one at the end of the day, where he should have to run this group, right? Like if he immediately pincers, then I'll make it so that they get in trouble. And like the most important part of this is that I can cover to this side, and in general I'm getting to the bottom side first, which is the most important part. I don't want to be pressed here and let him fix an issue and then control the bottom side. Like this one has so much control difference that I think it's really, really important. Let's try it. So I'm expecting... I was expecting them to come in anyway. But here, what they've said is, yeah, you're right, Telegraph. Good job. You managed to go that way, so that means you get to defend this group nicely. Thanks, KataGo. I did do a good job. Thank you, thank you. I can go take my base now. Something like this. I guess then its idea is like it's going to press me down. But... how bad can that really be? I don't think the pressing down can be very serious. Let's just go take a base. And it goes over here. That was as expected as well. That it's going to have to cover this for it to make any sense that it defended here again. It has to stop me from playing the reapproach. That's all making sense. All reasonable. But now I get to go and block over here, don't I? Isn't it great? I think I can force white to just take this control, maybe feed me a bit, and then I'm going to be very comfortable defending myself, since I don't have to run here. If I have to run this way, then I'll get power towards this, and I'd have to like invade or something. It's very awkward. But I want to say I will never bother to invade the left, if possible. So this looks good. Okay, some leaning move. Yeah, I was thinking if they get in further than this, then I would be able to counterattack them. And if they go in looser than this, then I'd be able to defend happily. But this one is like maybe right on the sweet spot. It's actually a nice move. I didn't expect it. Kind of difficult to counterattack, kind of difficult to answer. Well, I guess you probably still have to cover. It is very awkward. Very awkward. Very nice move by white here. Unexpectable for me. Okay, do I really think this kind of move can be correct? I mean, yeah. Yeah, it can be. Yeah, I don't know what the problem is. Let's just put this stone down. Yeah, I was demanding them to handle something here, but they could not ever push cut after I strong here. So considering that they couldn't push cut, and they can't feed me the area either, it only makes sense for them to start from this side. Very clever. Excuse me. But I couldn't think of it, to be honest. Part of the reason why I thought this move must be good is because I thought eventually they're going to have to push or like take this area. I didn't think that they could go all the way here. It's, yeah, aggressive and nice. Looks good. Okay. So, now what? Can I go here and extend and extend and extend and hane and cut and extend here? Is it here and there and there? Is it just gonna die, I guess? Oops. So you can't easily fight immediately. That's just making sense, I guess. That doesn't mean you can't fight immediately at all. It just is not easy. What should you do in a position like this? How come it always feels like my advantage dissipates so quickly? Like, how is white getting a left side here, and then my top side is like just enough to match it? Like, where's my advantage? It comes from this weakness, but it's so hard to grasp, right? To actually make something of that weakness. It's definitely gonna just vanish. Alright, it seems like I need to just play here, and then allow the block, and then Tanuki, if it would go like that. Yeah. Some outside move. I didn't want to bother figuring out exactly what outside move is premium here. But this one should be alright. Still forcing them to play another outside, and then they do it. Wow. They don't care about the problem that could happen over here. They just play on this side and say, I approach this group, handle it. So rude. So rude. Yeah, I don't understand why I can't like attach here. After attach and he pushes and cuts and I extend this side and then he can try to kill me, Hane, I jump, I'm not dead. Right? He blocks here to my bamboo and Hane's here. Push, push, cut, cut, kill. This is not working. Okay, what could possibly go wrong with this one? There, not. Right? There. So is he gonna Hane here, block like this, allow me to extend, and then go for cut? That's too crazy. There's no way that's good. There's no way that's good. If I get to extend out first, counterattack, and have all the resources through here to counterattack again, I must be comfortable. Okay, I don't know what to do for white after this one, so let's see. I think I have to answer that. Does this set up a cover? If I answer just 2 times here, is there then going to be a cover that works? Wait. Here, there. It's not like that. I mean, it can't. No, this is still gonna be fine. He might find something slightly cool, but nothing that would be very cool. Okay, he couldn't find even something slightly cool, I guess. Okay, so then I got to come in, right? Aren't I punishing this one stone? I can't decide whether to extend here or extend here. 2 tempting options. I can see what this was about though. He wanted it so that after I extend back and then push and then I jump here and he can cut, and then now with that stone, that cut is a catch. It's now a net on my one cutting stone like that. That doesn't mean it's bad because I can still just, after he extends, cut on this side. And I don't really get how that could be good for black, or good for white, I mean. Like, what could he... Is he just gonna give it up? That seems acceptable. On the other hand, if I extend, then he can maybe push here, push, and block like this. And then this may also catch that, although it isn't obvious how. There. Doesn't seem like it. I play through here and he Hanes, and I cut, and then he plays here. There. Jump, there. That doesn't seem as good. I think this one is the better way. But it does let him cover this kind of nicely. So now I must cut. Okay, he does want to save it. Then I think I can extend here. And the cutting point here should be really powerful, just to hold. And I can save it for now. Like, I'm just fighting outside. So the reason I don't hesitate is because it's not a huge commitment to say, like, okay, I'm going to fight outside with this. Although probably I should still think about it. But it's an acceptable commitment, doable. So just extending here, supernatural, normal looking move. There. Yeah, I don't know why not. I think you have to extend. I can't imagine a better move being better. Like, or another move being better. Okay, so he just runs. Alright, so then here I thought that because these two stones are providing pressure, now I should be able to cut through here. However, there's going to be some short liberty issues going on. So now when I go cut through here and I use this, then he can immediately push. And if I block, then cut and Atari here. And if you connect, then you short of liberties to get killed. So that's a little awkward. It's going to make it difficult for me to save this part and press on this part. Basically, at the moment, he has some big squeeze. Yeah, he could extend, ask me to net, and then squeeze, and then squeeze, and then squeeze, and he could get all the stones here, right? And then give me all the stones here. That would probably be looking pretty good for white. So I really don't actually know why he didn't do it on the last move. Maybe because I would immediately counterattack in that example. But maybe now the counterattack is up. It doesn't work anymore. So I should just go defend it. Maybe. I don't know. This stuff is very hard. Very hard to understand exactly what I can and can't do. It does look like the kind of position where just adding a move of thickness somewhere is not a bad idea. But at the same time, there's some weak things nearby that feel like they should have to prove themselves before I have to spend a move of pure thickness. Slow defense. That way, there. This is tough, man. This is tough. Can I just defend here? It's so weird looking, but maybe acceptable? I don't know. I wish I could find, like, moments like this. I feel like strong players just find, like, active things to do that buy time and then suddenly they fix themselves naturally. But I don't know the active thing to do that the opponent wouldn't just like push immediately, squeeze immediately. It seems so dangerous for black. Like, I guess I could go here, and if he cuts immediately, and I play here, and then here, and he cuts, and I say, go ahead and take the one stone. Like, I flip Atari, he Ataris, I capture, he captures, I capture. No, I mean, it's so bad. How can I sacrifice the one stone there? That's unplayable. Unplayable. How do you wait? Maybe I can race. So after here, here, and run through, and he does that one. I extend back, and then he cuts, killing that, surrounding that, and then I say, yeah, but I can kill that. So I'd have to finish off over here. Oh, it's such ugly shape. Oh. I don't know, man. It seems like I have a lot of liberties, but I don't know if I can play it like that. Especially since he has some more things that you can try over there. Active ways for him to play other directions. How do I improve in this kind of position? I know I don't know, but what do I need to know? What are the little questions I can ask that will lead me to a good position in a moment where it's like, what do I have to do to get better at this kind of thing to make it? Because I know how to play just a passive move now. That's easy. But how do you play the active move that you know how to do it? That's so hard. I really don't know. Sorry, guys. Sorry it takes me so long to play these games. But I get stun locked at moments like this. Where it's like, I know I could know, but I have no idea how I would know. Man. Maybe you just leave the counterattack for later. I guess that's all you do. It's all right. So I'm saying go ahead and do it, and if you do, then I'll go crazy. Okay, so they were reserved. But now what? Man. Now I'm just heavier here. But I still wanted to keep pressure, so it's no big deal to be heavy. It's fine. Okay, now these two stones are lighter. No, they aren't. I don't know, man. This game's hard. But I still want to, like, run through this. I think at least it can't be terrible. Right? I don't know what we can do to punish it very hard. This idea. But the flow is so difficult to get my hands on here. I know what it's like. Most positions used to be like this, where it's like I don't know how to get my hands on the flow. And nowadays, most positions are like I kind of know. I kind of know how to get flow. But the problem points are like I couldn't find a move to start with because they had that really annoying Aji to make squeezing, which is just something good happening in an area where I'm kind of thick. That's so hard to handle. Dun, 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 dun. So I should save these stones and keep the pressure on those. But I don't have to save them very hard. If I can just control the right side, it'd be enough. Right? I'm speaking as if the attack on this is like over. It kind of is, but it's also kind of not. Like, if I were playing white, I would be like, oh, you think the attack over there is over? Free stuff for me. That's my, you know? I would be thinking like, oh, I can just gain stuff for free. But actually the attack on that is, it's kind of over. I really didn't expect this 2-space, or this direction at all. I thought they were going to play on the right side much more strongly. But when they just leave it to me, again, it's hard to play. So I'm super thick here, but I can't really punch through this. So does that mean I'm supposed to get the benefit from this stone in the direction over here? Like attach and double hana? But if I attach, he's going to descend for sure. He's just going to say, oh, I gained towards the corner territory, and you didn't gain much. That's that kind of... And if I just jump, he plays from this side, guaranteed. It's like this side is super urgent, but I have these weaknesses that make it hard. Probably you play from this side, you let him go through, and then you attach, and then you clean it up. Ah, maybe that way. So how do I clean this kind of position up and play it non-fragile? You're not supposed to be fragile in this kind of position, but how do you do that? Because at the moment, all my plans are very fragile. It's likely that I'll die and miss a cut, that sort of thing. So how do you make it? How do you play this kind of position fairly but stable? It's just got to be details, right? So then I have to iron out details. What kind of details? What do you do? This kind of position, you apply pressure to white. Oh, I'm so curious how black is supposed to play this kind of thing. What the AI would do if I had white now, you know? But it has to just be counterattack. It can't be that complicated. I'm thinking some move like this one. So let's see. How do I make that one non-fragile? I don't know. I guess it just is. He plays here. I would run through, right? And run through would be acceptable. Because it would be like weird for white to do that. So I guess I just play there and I say, I don't see any move that white has, which is like highly difficult, and I'm just gonna take care of myself by adding pressure to move to either like whatever direction white moves. I don't know. I guess this kind of thing should be. It feels like I should have something more, but then when I think about it from white's perspective, black putting a stone there is like the most scary, right? I don't know. I think I'm fragile. I think I don't know how to do this, but I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn after the game. We're gonna figure out what strategically I'm supposed to go for there, and like what details, what tactically I'm supposed to add in to make it so my strategy is comfortable. Wow, look at this move. I didn't expect that at all. I thought they were going to just run out sort of casually around here. They run out with a lean to try to get my other stone involved. Now, normally here, what you can do is you can push one time and then play away, and then you have a very comfortable life in the corner. So I'm gonna push one time, and then play over here, unless I think that the cutting point is meaningful and I need to use it right now, which maybe it is. Maybe you need to go and fight outside right now and allow the push. Because if I played here and he pushed and that knight's moved here, that would suck for white, right? But if I cut, that means I'm kind of committing to the cut, which means when he runs, I need to like use that exchange, which is very difficult. Nice move by white again, of course. So this is a situation, right, where if the weak groups and multiple behave like cinnamon goons, I have to armor him here and then flee to the two sides. So you learn from the last. So how do I armor this? Like, strategically speaking, I need to armor this. So that means I just need to push, right? I need to push and let him be over-concentrated. So I need to not really aim at the thinness that he has here, but instead allow him to defend it all and just say I'm taking well care of this. But it's kind of rough. It's honestly possible in this kind of situation to just immediately cut. And that's so fragile. That's so fragile. It's kind of funny. You know, a lot of the time I don't mind playing fragile like that. Because against humans, you play fragile, but they're fragile. It's like, fine, it's whatever. But maybe, honestly, maybe I've been too laissez-faire about that. Just like, oh, I get as fragile as I want as long as I get value. But then sometimes my opponents are outplaying me there. Like, that's the reason why I get outplayed. Is that it was supposed to be fine, but I'll miss something because I don't know exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, why would you do that? You should not be fragile on purpose without a solution. Honestly, I'm gonna write that down. You should not be fragile on purpose without a solution. You should not be fragile on purpose without a solution. So then what? Am I just going to give up the corner right now? That's too unreasonable, right? But how can you... What am I supposed to do with it? Can I attach he descends, I descend? Aiming at Hane Tribone? Okay, I'm gonna push and then attach here, and then try to save myself. This is slightly fragile, but I think I'm secure. And once I save on both sides, I won't necessarily have gained value, but the fragile part should be over, at least. Okay, so here I have a choice to block or extend, right? Actually, there's another option to descend, or to push here as well. It's tough because they're gonna go quickly that way. I kind of want a Hana here too, but of course they split. It's just unacceptable. This Hana, I didn't think of it. I thought they were going to descend for sure, but this Hana is actually meaning that they're going to go to the descend, and then they can cover my problems that I pose to them. Because if I just block here, they will Hana first, and then force me to be the smaller shape. Tough. Nice Hana. Nice Hana here. I think push first is acceptable. After Atari here and extend, I push through. So it can break me, but I can break it. It looks like it's more dangerous for white than black. So I should be able to get push for something, and then whatever something I get can help me pick better here. So I'm going to push. Have my active counter-aggression here. My counter-aggression active. So now I can pick this one, right? And then I leave behind a cutting point over there, which should force the descent. And then I should be as stable as this can get, which is, yeah, not that stable, to be honest. But now something like attach here. I don't know. Something I could attach here. This looks like the right direction. Just descending looks normal. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Still, the move I'm using to save this corner later is jump. Usually they want this side, so their descent is not so useful. That's why they didn't even take it. Seriously? I didn't expect this, though. I thought their descent is so not so useful, so they shouldn't... They should, like, let me get something. They should be okay. But... it's annoying. Annoying. Highly annoying. Was it bad what I did? No, it wasn't. That should be good. Unless I was supposed to... it just must be I was supposed to sacrifice these more, but that's so hard. I don't know how to do that stuff. So when I play clamp and they push through and I cover and they go here, I'm able to run through here. I think I'm still not in good shape. Is this a situation where you're supposed to attach a cross and give the 2 stones? Give such amazing shape. Ah, but he can play here first, right? And then cut and play on this side. Oh, that's so painful. Attach into that. Everything is secure. Oh no, man. I think it's big trouble. This looks like very big trouble. Maybe I have to just play here. Super defensive way in order to at least cover the weaknesses. And make it so I have I shape here, and I shape here, and I shape there. And I think this is probably about as good as you can do, reasonably, from now. So let's see. Does White have a way to kill me? I don't think so. Maybe I was supposed to use the turn first and then come... But if I use the turn first, they're going to peep first. It's so annoying. So I don't know. I think now I need to block here. Otherwise, they're going to push and Hane. I'm just so screwed. It's so bad if they push Hane. So I think you must. But maybe you can exchange the bump. That doesn't seem right. I think you should just go here. So we have the 1 eye, and they're going to try to reduce that eye or this eye, so we should be able to get our 2nd eye. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. We must block. They're going to peep that one, and then they're going to try to say there's no eye. Oh, we accidentally got spoiled. The AI showed something over here. Which means counterattack, which means it's dead? There's no way it's dead. No, it means counterattack, which means we have to go back and save it this way. Oh, am I losing already? I'm not, okay. There's a way. I should calm down. It's so hard, though. It's so hard. Alright, let's try putting a stone randomly over here, because we saw it pop up when I accidentally clicked on my own stone. I don't know what it's supposed to do, but I want to pretend I'm thinking about something I do not understand. So let's just run through in the center here. And I think we're going to quickly die. I'm kind of upset that I saw some spoiler or something over here, because it means I'm playing some random moves I don't know about, but I can't not play them at the same time. I think you just can play here now. You can also just jump down. Just be patient. I don't know, why not? Let's just jump. Super valuable. Except... And I think you have to accept this stuff too. You can try to cut now. It looks so crazy. It's much too crazy, right? I think you should just accept. Is it talking about a cover now? Like that? I've already kind of given up, kind of. I don't think my position is that bad, but mentally I'm upset. Maybe this even pushing is not acceptable and they can cover in some way. I thought here this kind of cover is not working because I can break through and break through and break through, but then they can just save the part that I break through against and then the other part's fine. So I think you're supposed to just put a patient move first. Maybe I was supposed to ask this first. Because now maybe he would ignore. No, he still wouldn't ignore. He wouldn't. I don't know. Just play a push. He covers that. Fine. Can I cut now? I mean, I can. Screw it, I'm doing it. Uh-oh. I have noticed I am short of liberties. GG. White wins. I didn't realize. If I didn't cut, it would be fine, but not really. Yeah, I didn't know what to do here. Why did the AI tell me this one? Oh. This is too crazy, though. I'm not able to do this stuff. What happened this game? It was running out like this. Still fun times. Maybe you're supposed to lean on the left to stop this one because they get to follow up over there. Yeah, we are the weaker player. We are the weaker group here. So they're going to get the right to follow up. That's only sensible. That's only normal. And considering that, if they get the right to follow up, then just allowing them to defend high is actually kind of bad because it lets them set up a good shape. A big shape like that. So probably this one should have been lean at D11. I'm going to say this one should have been a better move. And then that was tough. I mean, this is all just really tough. I don't even know how you can, like, I don't even understand how you can say that that's going to be good for white. It was just at this moment I start realizing I'm so awkward with the cuts in the center. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here, but maybe it's already slightly bad, but it feels like the situation is not bad at all for black. All the way through here, like, okay, I can sense a little bit went wrong on the left side, but my, like, internal judge of how bad the stuff has gone tells me it's, like, white by 3 if this were a normal game. Like, white is getting, like, 3 points. But then when I look at it practically and think of the things that I can actually do and that white can actually do, it looks more like 10. It's like I can't figure out what to do at all. And maybe it's just already that I've lost 10 points, but maybe it's that, like, there's a way, I just can't figure it out. And same thing for over here. There must be ways to do this well, but I can't figure it out. I don't know how to be non-fragile here. What I did was super fragile, and then it leads to this stuff. I can't really play much better than that. It's just so fragile, and I don't know how to clean that up. I have to check AI. I simply cannot understand. So we start at 32, yeah. And then we have this fighting. The push here is Joseki, okay. And after this one, it is indeed only slightly wrong, only slightly too much, but just a bit too much. After this one, threatening the ladder, then black can save it, white can save it, and then the overall pressure should just be slightly good for white because black is slightly overplayed. That's all. And between extend and jump, they're both fine there. My turn is slightly bad, huh? So this one that I was talking about leaning later is good now, because if white really runs through on this side, this part is weak. And that's why like So when I have that weak group to use, a lot of the time I'm using it for taking my big area like this. But the AI wants to use it for taking a good shape. Fighting shape, a compacting shape, something like that. That's making sense too. Okay, that's a technique I just don't know about really. To play, so the reason why it can be good shape. You say the opponent's grip is weak, therefore they cannot chase me. And I notice this happening all the time from the other side, where I am like, okay, they have a weak group, but I cannot chase it. And then when you can't chase the weak group, it's so hard. Okay. So the main use of the opponent's weak groups, of opposing weak groups, is to prevent them from chasing our weak groups. Their chase of our weak groups. Yeah, okay. And this is, one of the strategies that the professionals are using that makes their game so hard. So it goes like this. Okay, how's my move here? Ah, not so bad, huh? Not so bad. Not a forced move, but the correct move. Okay, and then I can approach over here to deny the good shape from happening over there. That would be making sense. This one is, yeah, I can understand when I see this white move that it was slightly bad. I just thought over here there can be something good that happens too, but you can make something good happen here as well as black. You actually don't care that much about white surrounding this. You can just like let that happen. Whatever, they surround it, so what? As long as you make something happen on the left, yeah. So I was a little too attached there, but here they played a wonderful move like that. I thought about doing this one. I just thought that after that and here I couldn't figure out how to make it clean. But the AI says, yeah, this way, this is clean. Yeah, I also didn't anticipate that they could play like that. I thought this one is good enough because I didn't realize that they're going to play wide. Yeah. Hey, it's a blue move. There we go. I didn't actually figure it out. Blue move again, by the way. I'm actually just popping off in this sequence. I was saying, like, I don't know why this would possibly be bad for me. It looks like it's 3 points bad for me, right? At most. Look, at this point, I lost 4 points from the initial position. Largely that left side stuff. What else was it? Yeah, it was mostly that move, I guess. That one lost like a point and a half on itself, and then the rest of it, like, okay, you can do it slightly better to lean there. But honestly, I'm playing like, and you can do it slightly better to press on the outside there. But I'm playing like really well, honestly. For that first center fighting. But then here, I just could not figure out a way to play a reasonable move. It turns out attach here. This one that I did is fine to just wait. I'm so curious why it thinks that this stuff is bad for white. Yeah, extend. And now I was thinking it just has to be like that, and then we can get a squeeze like this. But it actually thinks that this squeezing is just not that valuable for white. See, if I were playing white and I got to do that to my opponent's shape, I would have done it. I can't understand how this is so bad. How is this good for black, you know? Oh, my AI opponent is playing. I don't need that. So I guess that's why we can just leave it. The attach here means we're gonna cut, right? Yeah. So there's 2 spaces there, and you can use those to cut. I just did it a sort of gentle way, letting him defend the left side well. But this way is a little bit fiercer, maybe. Like this. This is a much more in-your-face way to cut, which allows him to go and capture ladders and stuff. Anyway. So this was also the position that I got, and I was like, what do I even do now? I thought about doing this one. This was like my most tempting other option. I thought he's going to play on this side, yeah. I thought he's going to play on this side, and I have no way to play easily over here. And then I thought it should just be bad, but the KataGo is showing, oh, it would just play here. And then I'm going to end up sacrificing those 3 stones. It's not going to be even bad. But I did it like this, and then, yeah, you're supposed to go a little lower. This is less fragile, because it directly gets the space that we need. And this one, make the double Hane. The push is correct. Yeah, I did that fine. But attach is wrong because of Hane on top stealing my space, is particularly against the several cuts that they had. So right now, if I go through here, then I have a cut there and a cut here, which you can just take. Are you kidding me? You can just take the cut. Seriously? It doesn't seem real, man. I don't understand. What is this nonsense? Anyway, we got in a complicated fight against the AI, so of course I can't control it. So that was stable, huh? That was the best stable way from there. But I don't understand how this one can be so much better. Doesn't he just slide anyway? It's mostly about the fact that I can use some weaknesses. And you can really get through here, huh? It's really hard for white if you just say, oh, I'm going to go through and use the cuts. It's the concept... It's the concept behind the crosscut technique that we learned the other day. Is the concept I'm supposed to use to save this, to make it unfragile, to make it comfortable. It's so tough. Because you have to use that concept and then also not let them fix clean. But you are letting them fix. It's just that you don't let them gain movement while they fix. It's so difficult to play this kind of position, man. I don't know how people do it, and then I mess it up. But like, even if I did it this way, yeah, they can peep first. If you have to connect, and I feel like I'm screwed here. I feel like I have no chance of actually saving it in practice. I don't understand how people do. Okay. Yeah. Getting wrecked with it, yeah. Okay, the main thing... The main thing is I want to learn about the control in those moments when stuff is kind of happening. And when you're about to be... Okay, in order to be properly stable there, what are the details you need to read out? You need to make sure... You need to make sure you're not getting scammed. What does getting scammed look like? It looks like the opponent defending and moving. If they defend with moving not very fast, that's alright. And if they attack you and you have ways to defend, it's fine. But if they can defend and move, it's not fine. You have to be able to use the weakness and ask them to defend in some way which leaves them wrong-footed. That's what it's all about here. I have no idea how to wrong-foot my opponent in this kind of position. I only know like a couple moments I can do it, but to do it permanently, every move, is so hard. I don't really understand. How is this one a point better than this one? It's just because he can move to cover this, and it's so kind of me to let him do that. Yeah, it's this kind of movement again. And this is what the AI continues to do to me. So you know what? You know what? I think I'm getting it a lot more. The point is, we need to use that crosscut technique. That's like, this is impossible. The AI just shows some magic trick. We need to use that with the intent to not be fragile. And if I practice trying to use that without being fragile, but use it to show by timing, I know I can do this, that, this, that, this, that. I can give you that, I can take this, give you that, I can take this. Like, as long as I'm making these trades on purpose, I can make bad ones, but still be okay. But you have to make them all on purpose. If you make them by accident, you can make bad ones and then die eventually, which is what happened in the game, right? Bad one, bad one, bad one. I don't know what I'm ending up with. Die. Okay, it's making sense. Also, next time when I see some random move be highlighted by the AI, when I click on my stone, I will realize it's not necessarily an AI move. And move along, yeah. So I won't get so tilted. I got really tilted by this stone showing up on my screen and like being super confused about it being a bad move and being like, maybe it's not, since I just don't trust myself for this kind of variation yet. So we're gonna get more situations like this against the AI, and we're gonna learn how to do it. In order to beat the AI, I mean, honestly, I did a good job in the center fighting here, a very good job. The center fighting is so ridiculously long if we do it like this. That there's almost no way I can hold the game for the whole time, right? Like, eventually it's going to get something that it thinks is good. Because we still have to fight on the bottom side, the bottom left corner or bottom right corner. There was so much left of the game, and I already failed a task spectacularly over there. But honestly, you know what? Frick it. I'm going to keep on fighting like this. If I can keep on showing that I played blue, 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 blue. If I beat 3 stones KataGo by shriveling up and never fighting in the center, I think that's going to actually decrease my quality of play against humans. But if I beat it by just getting really, really, really good at general fighting here, and continuing to make like nearly flawless fights, but doing it in each kind of position constantly, comfortably, and making this really my own, then that's the way that this is going to become useful to me, and so I become a better player. Yeah, a lot of this was just like hard commit on something which is not working for no reason other than I thought that the AI said it's working. Okay. Yeah, a bit silly the way I handled the end of this game, but the beginning of the game was not so bad. And yeah, we learned a little something about this variation, just a little bit, which is that you can do that and fall back immediately. You could also go here immediately. Oh, this is an interesting one. So the next time when you peep and they push, then you can diagonal. You let them answer, and then you push through like this. So then if they push through, it's a mistake, because they cannot get enough timing when we're thick like that to play through in the center and save the stone. Now if they save the stone, this one is sente, right? And if they try to save it, then you cut and we kill. That's the idea of the diagonal. So that's why AI is instead showing, oh, it should just go and defend, and black can capture. That's clearly good for black, right? Very, very efficient. So that's why AI is showing this push is a mistake. It can only push here, allowing black, yeah, I think this is the more obvious way, and this way, allowing black to beat the one stone and get a bad exchange. That seems like overall good Joseki. I don't know why it would not be. Yeah, it should be good Joseki. If it goes like that. Maybe the AI didn't like my cut timing. A little bit, a little bit early on the cut timing, I guess. But we're still going to do that a couple more times to learn. So here, this one, if they play Hane and Tiger, then we can still do that same stuff, and we can also press on this. So they should really save it. And if they choose not to save it at all and try to handle this, then obviously jump should be very comfortable. So they really need to save it this way, however they do, and then we can push through all the time. Wait, why is it saying this is acceptable now? They can run that way? Oh man, if they don't do that. Wait, hold on. This one, let me check again. They run this way, extend, Hane. We needed to use this on. So now they cannot go down because they're shorted over here, so they're going to use that. This is their right, sure, whatever. We can push, that's our right. So here, the idea is, these stones are not surroundable. I'm going to save them with the outside weaknesses. These stones are not surroundable, these stones are not surroundable. Therefore, white is dead on the top side, long term. So we just go out and we save everything on all sides, and then white gets in big trouble. We can try to make it a sort of go on the top side to make it more complicated, but should be good flow for black if we Hane there. Okay, that's making sense. Then, instead, if they try this one to save themselves, now if we push through and do that, and here and we Hane, same thing. So cut, we still get this. They still have to run this way. Is it still good flow? Because now they might be able to surround this. It's a lot tougher. Let's let them, sure, make the best eye shape possible. So we cannot do this, because now we're going to get shorted. But we can wedge here. So wedge, then you can play this one, and they cannot make the shorted liberty stuff anymore. And if they try to short your liberty immediately, then they get shorted immediately with this, and then here. So that's fine. So then there's no reasonable way for them to defend this diagonal, right? Without leaving behind the weakness. So here, no matter what, we can always just go here afterwards and then punish the one bad exchange. And that should be always good enough. Alright, nice. Nice to know. So this peep into diagonal, this is going to be added to my Joseki repertoire here. And yeah, maybe we'll see just the normal fighting. Which, I mean, overall, I played the normal fighting pretty darn well for first try. I've never seen it before here, I think. So I'm pretty happy about that. Alright, great. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.